What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to another episode of Pour Michigan Beer. I got a really special one for you guys today. This is going to be Founders Brewing Company, guys, the barrel-aged Imperial Stout. This was not the original Mothership series. This is actually just a random release they did based on their base stout, which is this guy that I have sitting here, guys. If I can get that to focus, let's see. Always having a hard time focusing with this camera. Anyways, I'm not going to waste your time. Yeah, this is the base Imperial Stout, guys. World-class stuff. One of my favorite stouts in the game, bar none. That's just the way it is. And I did have this one, which was the Mothership series. I did have that on tap at Founders a couple years ago when they just released it, guys. It was fantastic. I was actually pretty blitzed up, so I probably didn't need that to finish my night, but it was super tasty, guys. And shout out to Cody Wade on Instagram, guys. I tapped that craft. He told me, because he knew I was going to be reviewing this today, he told me to be careful with this because the bottles have been gushing out. I don't know if they're overcarbed or what, but everybody has told me to be careful with this one, guys, because every time you open the bottle, it just blows up and all that carbs rushing out, and it makes a freaking mess, guys. So we're going to be careful today. This is 12.5%, and again, guys, barrel-aged series from Founders. Don't know if they're going to be doing this one again anytime soon, so I brought a container, and I'm prepared. Let's see if it comes true, guys. Let's see if this is a gusher. Let's see. And there she goes. She spills right out, guys. Cody, man, thank you for telling me this. This saved me a freaking mess, guys. I just lost, like, I don't know, two fingers worth of liquid on the bottom. So that was an absolute train wreck that was avoided. Thank you so much, Cody. That could have been terrible. Oh, God. I don't even know what to do with this now. Good thing I came prepared, guys. He was spot on with telling me this. It's going to create an absolute mess. Try to get a pour out, guys. See if we can get one. Yeah, that's a lot of foam coming out of there. Oh boy, she's pouring dark black, guys. Darkness. Absolute darkness. Yeah, that would have been an absolute train wreck. Sorry to keep you guys, but I'm glad I did not blind review that with no heads up, because that would have been so terrible, guys. There's so much liquid everywhere. Okay, we're gonna move on now. I'm gonna put that over there. In the glass, guys, jet black. Didn't pour as thick as I envisioned. It's got a super dark cocoa mocha head, guys. That's pretty fluffy. Got about almost finger and a half, 2 fingers. Poured it pretty crazy. Had no choice, honestly. So she looks good. It's that jet black look to her. Let's go to an aroma. I haven't reviewed in a while, by the way, guys. Again, my senses were kind of shot. I had a head cold. Didn't want to... I tried to force a couple reviews out, but I thought that wasn't right, so I waited a little bit. This is my first review since being mostly recovered from my head cold. So what I'm getting is actually not as much bourbon barrel as I would have thought. I'm getting like a nice dark roasted malts. Roasty kind of campfire vibe. I use that a lot, but I am getting that nice charred campfire. I mean, really, really hot ash and wood. Maybe a dash of chocolate in there, just a little bit on the back there. And maybe just like an earthy woodiness again. I wouldn't really know that this is bourbon barrel aged straight up. It has a little heat to it like that, but nothing that I'm picking up on my nose that's just telling me, hey guys, be careful. This is hot, and this has got a big ABV and bourbon barrel it's going to slap you with. So it's actually quite muted on the bourbon barrel smell, guys. So I'm just going to go to cheers. This is the Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Stout from Founders. Whoa. Whew, that's rich. Pretty heavy, dark roasted malts, molasses, thick caramel toffee. Very rich and velvety too on the mouthfeel. Not super thick, medium upper, right below that full. It's got a lot of just dark chocolate richness to it. You're getting some of that bitter astringentness on the back end too. big roasted malts, big, thick, dark roasted, dark malts, guys. It's just impeding your palate with just that huge wave of almost bitter, again, woody, bourbon heat. I mean, you're getting more alcohol heat than I'd say bourbon barrel, but I'm definitely getting that barrel on that taste, guys. I wasn't getting it much in the nose, but it's there. It's chewy in a way, but decadent velvet creaminess. I like that mouthfeel, guys. It's a rich, really nice, semi-upper thick mouthfeel, going down really nice. And I can see where that base stout is coming in. This Imperial Stout is underneath there, guys. You're just getting hit with a little bit more booziness. I like that I'm getting like this, like almost like almost in the way I'm getting like a dark licorice kind of thing, but I actually get like a hint of like earthy fennel. Like, as weird as that is, I'm getting like a fennel vibe underneath the campfire bourbon char and roasted malts, guys. That's what's coming out very faintly. Maybe a dash of vanilla sweetness in there as well, but it's quite dry on that back end. A little bit of tobacco in there. You could say dash of leather. But yeah, there's like this little like vanilla sweetness that adds to like the richness of the dark malts, guys. It's really rich, but for being this rich, I would envision it being sweeter. It has that mouthfeel and it has that impression at first, but it goes right into those dark roasted campfire, woody, smoky, I mean, not so much smoky, I'd say woody bourbon vibe with a little bit of heat, guys. But yeah, I mean, for as decadent as this beer drinks, it's so dry on the back end. Like, it's so uber dry. I mean, it reminds me again of that Imperial Stout. You can taste it on that back end, guys. The base is still there. That's what this beer still is. You're just getting that bourbon char nailed into your palate also. So it actually just makes it almost, I guess, less drinkable than the Imperial Stout because you're still getting those vibes from it. But this has got a nice, thick richness to it. Again, for being this dry, it's fantastic. Yeah, maybe a hint of dark fruits in there. A little plum on the bottom. Again, getting this earthy fennel kind of thing that's just barely there, but adding a little bit of a different layer to it underneath there, guys. Again, back end, pretty bitter, astringent, bourbon heat, and not sweet whatsoever. It's a dry, just a dank, woody finish, guys. It's kind of crazy, this mouthfeel. It's wild for how creamy it is. It's fantastic. Again, I don't know if you've muddied the waters bourbon barrel aging it, because I feel like the Mothership series, when I had it on tap at Founders, was maybe a dash sweeter, or there was some kind of other layer there. I don't know, guys. I was there really late, but there was some kind of other chocolatey sweetness that was in that one. I don't know if this recipe is slightly different. I could be wrong, but it's damn drinkable. It's damn good. And there's a few layers, guys, that it has within the beer that it shouldn't even have, because it's really just that base stout, Imperial Stout, on those bourbon barrels, guys. So it's really interesting how there's quite a few different layers to this beer without actually including adjuncts or anything like that underneath. So fantastic stuff, guys. Again, I think this is worth a purchase. Be careful if you get the bottle. It's going to gush out every time you open it, guys. That's what I've been told. And actually, if Cody didn't tell me, man, it would have been a train wreck of a review, and I would have to stop and redo this whole thing, but didn't have to do that thanks to you. Shout out Untappd Craft. You guys got to go follow him on Instagram. Do me a favor. Really cool guy, Michigan guy. So shout out him, man. And yeah, guys, this is a really, really good stout. I won't keep talking for too much longer. Rating. More dark chocolate, maybe even some Baker's chocolate chip in there. Little bit more of the dark fruit coming out, just a little bit. Wish it was a little bit richer of the chocolate sweetness, but super dry, super crazy. Still just fantastic stuff. Let's go 4.45 out of 5, guys. I think it's right below the 4.5 threshold. If there was a little bit more decadent sweetness, richness to it, I'd really like that. But I'd like the dryness it makes for drinkability, and it's a little heavy booziness, you know, for being 12.5. It actually drinks a tad bit heavier than that. I'd say it's in the 13s or so. But other than that, those are my few gripes, guys. This has been Founders Barrel Aged Imperial Stout. I hope you enjoyed this review. This was a really fun one, and I'm glad to be back in the saddle. Hey, feel free to subscribe to the channel, guys. I appreciate each and every one, even if you're just watching. That's just fine with me, guys. I'm Dan. I'm over and out. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.